All right, so I am going to go through the little tutorial of what's in this kit, build a book, and kind of show you what comes in it, talk about how to do it, and what you might want to add on your own. So first of all, it's going to come in this bag, canvas bag. It's got a cute little rickrack at the top of it. And this is basically going to give you the start of a book. So it's going to come with a little notebook that we cut these little cuties on, these little charms on the Glowforge. Yep. So that also is going to come with this, and basically these are for making just a little mini floofy, pretty easy. You just kind of gather up all your little yarns like so. This part's pretty easy. If there's colors in here that you don't like, that's not a big deal, just take them out. And then this one is a little bit longer, so you could use this one to tie off and then add your charm. And you guys have done floofies before, so if you haven't, you can kind of go back at, we have a video of how to make a floofie, if you go back probably about 6 or 7 months ago. All right, but here is the important part. So we'll just go through. In this little packet, you're going to get the thread that you need to put your signatures together. So there are 3 yards of the black, and there's 2 yards each of the red and the turquoise. And what colors you use is totally, completely up to you. There's more than enough thread for you guys to put your book together. So that's that. And I don't know if you can see in here, but this needle has a nice big eye on it, so it shouldn't be hard to thread. And then this is your guide. So you're going to use this when you're marking your signature pages. So you have 2 groups of 4, and we'll do this in a little while, but basically this is going to help you mark. So the signature is going to be these 4 inner ones, and then the other markings on this are for the book, but we'll do it step by step. But that's what this is for, so don't lose that. So you're going to have 2 sets of signatures. They each have 4 pages in them, so they're basically going to sew into your book. So we'll set those aside. And then you're going to have your inside covers. You're going to have your spine. You're going to have some Tyvek, which is going to make this a little bit stronger. Then you're going to have inside covers, inside spine, and that is the backbone of your book. Set all this back aside. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is I am going to do mine out of fabric, and I'll show you one that I have completed already. So I basically used a piece of 2 pieces that I cut out from the fabric pack. So you guys could have gotten, if you bought one of these, all you need is 1 package to cover this. So this is, we had 2 different blues, so this is one of the blues. But I used the ledger floral ledger, and then the blue as my background. So basically that's what it looks like on the outside done. And this is what it looks like on the inside done. And I had some extra material, so I just made a long tie so that I could tie it closed with, but you can use a number of things. Some people don't like to close their books, or they wrap around an elastic, but you can close your book however you want. But I'll show you, if you do want to add ribbon or something to close it with, I'll show you at the point that we want to do that. But the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our fabric, and we need to first cut this in half. So we're gonna go, the widest part of it is 12 inches. So we're gonna go in 6 inches. And we're gonna cut that in half. And if we want to kind of measure where we want to be, let's see, I think I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to make it 7 just so I have extra. This right here. Do the same thing to this other one. So they are 6 by 7, each of the pieces. And then I also cut a piece of what I'm going to use for my spine, and I made this 4 inches by 7 inches. So the first thing, or the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to get our book board all ready. So just kind of to give you an idea of how this is going to lay out. The Tyvek we use because it strengthens our book, and it also, if you're using paper to cover your book instead of fabric, it keeps your paper from cracking when you bend this way. So how to tell basically how much space to leave between your book. Kind of the general rule is about the width of the book board. So, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but you just kind of put it like that. And then that's what it's going to look like. And then I do a lot of eyeballing. I've been making mini albums for a long time. So a lot of times I just kind of eyeball. So that's what that looks like. The most important part about gluing this all together is making sure that whatever adhesive you use, and I'll show you a couple different ones that I've used, you just want to make sure that you have it on there securely. So we have the ATG, so this is one of them. We have this Kachina glue. And then another favorite of mine is score tape. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use score tape around the edge. And then I'm going to put glue down too. The nice part about score tape is you can just tear it. And I always like to use a bone folder just to kind of put it down nice and tight. And then just take that off of there. I don't have the best fingernails for this. I should have grabbed my tweezers. Kind of like watching paint dry. Okay. So I'm just gonna center this on here. Oops, I'm gonna put some glue on there too. Just kind of down the center. Take my score tape on the edge of my Tyvek. Do 2 rows of this. And if you're just using plain glue, that's fine too. Just make sure that you've got plenty on there. Okay. Remember, you just want to have about that much space. You can butt it up against there. And then do about the same on this side. Some up here. fold that over and pull that over. So see, makes it nice and strong. Alrighty, so then next we're going to put down our covers. So you can kind of look at how you want to place them, whether you want to go that way. I think I like it this way. So you just want to make sure that there's that you kind of center it so you're able to wrap it around. So I'm going to go ahead and glue up this whole part here. The really nice thing about this glue is it's very, it doesn't dry right away, so it's very forgiving. So it gives you time to move it if you want to do that. Okay. You can use your bone folder or you can use your hand, whatever you want to do. And then I like to use my score tape again to pull it to the front, or pull it into the inside cover. We're going to end up putting a bunch of glue down to glue our cover sheet on, and that'll catch any part that we miss with the score tape. I usually take the corners off too. Just gonna bring those over. Do the same thing on the other side. Got a little bit of noise going on out on the street. Okay. I'm going to do the score tape again. Make sure that's down good. And you know, this is just my favorite ways to glue things down, but everybody has their favorite glue and their favorite tapes and such. So just use whatever you're comfortable using. Usually when I make mini albums, I do paper on the covers, but we had this really pretty fabric that the girls all helped with. This is their handwriting in the scriptures, so I wanted to make sure that we used that as much as we could. Alrighty, so now we are going to go ahead and put down the spine cover. So we're going to glue this up. Be generous with your glue. And you want to just kind of center that. Roll that over. I guess I didn't get the edges. Put it there. Okay, so I want to just show you this. This is the instructions that's going to come with it. So we've done the first part. I showed you how it sets up after we're done. We went ahead and put the cover on, and now this is where we're at, right here. So if you look at the other side, you'll see that we have a book board all done outside. Now, this is where if you wanted to add a tie, now is when you would want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and go get some clips. So I'm going to use score tape again. And if I want to be accurate, I probably should center this. That's why I always like to work on a cutting mat, because then I can use the squares to tell where I'm at. Okay. centered. I'm going to put a little bit of glue down right there too. Okay. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, there we go. Again, I'm going to center this. There. Put a little bit of glue down on the fabric. Okay. Now we're going to put our spine cover down. So I am going to use score tape again. I'm just going to use glue in the center. So we want to make sure that we're getting this lined up. See where the gutters are and where the score lines are. So we want to make sure that we have that lined up. We're going to put that down. You can use your fingers or you can press it with your bone folder, but put that down. All right. And then we have two 6x6 covers that we're going to put down like so. And I am going to load these up with glue. Here. I'm going to make sure you get all the way to the edge because you're going to be gluing this to the fabric. So you'll make sure you have plenty of glue on there. make sure that you line up right up there and that you're lined up down there. Take my bone folder, press it all down. Okay, and then I am going to take where I put down my sash, and I am going to clip this. And these are just sewing clips. That'll make that nice and secure. And we're going to do the other side. Make sure you have the corners done well. Felt like that came up a little bit. Oh, I see what I did. Oh. Hopefully that'll dry and I can get that off of there. This on here like that and like that. Alrighty. So now we are going to get ready. I'll set that aside. Well, actually, we'll do this part first. So now what we need to do is we need to mark Okay, so we need to mark where we're going to put our lines for our thread. So how I do that is I use a nail. So we are going to go all the way through. So those are the holes that are going to be these threads here, which are going to hold both of the signatures. So just like that. And here's the other one. And then we also need to mark the signature pages. So each one of these has 4 sheets of paper. And we line this up so that these little black, see these little black lines here and here? Those are the outside, that denotes the outside of our, now I lost my nail. Where'd it go? Okay, here we go. Alrighty, so here we are going to poke 1, 2, 3, 4. So not the line that has that had the red dots, which is where the holes that we punched for our black thread or for our outside thread. So we need to go all the way through this. There's 1. Make sure we got this lined up again. There's the next one. There's one set. And we're going to do the same thing for the second set. So line that up again. You want to be punching in the crease. Some of you guys might have better tools that you use for this, but I think this works pretty good. And 4 sheets of craft paper are pretty thick, so I have another little tool. It's like a piercing tool, and it didn't want to go through. So I figured everybody has a hammer and a nail, right? Okay. Now we want to get our needle out. I am going to use the teal. Since I have teal on my spine, I'm going to use the teal instead of the red. But you have both colors, so you just use whatever you would like to use. And this part is totally preference, whether you want your knots to be on the outside or on the inside. I want mine on the outside. So I'm going to start that direction. I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail. And I'm going to go through here twice. If you want to go through more than that, you can, but this seems like pretty strong thread, so I am only going to go through twice. You kind of tighten it up here, pull it. I did not bring my little scissors, so. Well, this thread is slippery. You might have to have someone hang on to this for you. Yesterday when I was making my model one, I had Laura held my okay. There we go. And you're going to do the same thing with this side. And we can trim those when we're done. Alrighty, so just for the sake of time, I am going to go ahead and show you how to sew this into the spine. So I used the black for that because I wanted some contrast against the blue. I could also have used the red, and you could actually even use 2 pieces of thread if you wanted to. Stick it to my fingers. There we go. This one needs to be a little bit longer because we're going to go around. We're going to go around twice. So I want my knots on the inside this time. So I'm going to start on the inside. I'm going to poke. Oh gosh, I forgot to do the other holes. Oh, this is good. We also need to do the hole. nail go? Okay, here we go. Can you tell I don't do these videos very often? In fact, this is the first one I've done in years and years. Okay, so there's that side. And there's that side. All right. In like this. And this one, we're going to have to kind of see if we can feel where our hole is. It's right there. Now I got to do that over again. Okay, so here we go. That's there. Hang on to this time. And then here is our little hole that we had poked through. Should we leave this big enough that we can tie off? And then we're going to go through again. Nice and snug. You can see that's all sewn in there. So I'm not gonna sew the other one because I can show you what the one I already made looks like. So you just have your outside and your. This is the one that we sewed inside. And this is what they look like on the outside. So typically what I would do with my spine now is I would take my little all of my little yarn pieces that I've made. I'm going to make a charm, kind of a mini floofy out of. I'm not going to do this permanently because I might play with this a little bit more before I figure out exactly. Well, I'll go ahead and tie it. And basically, you can take, the best way to do this. Kind of stick the yarn underneath there, I guess. That was the best way to do that, so I probably would do this way first. And you probably would need to have like hot glue it right there so that it actually stays. And then I want this to hang kind of off the front. Probably leave it a little bit loose. Yeah, I like that. So I have my little floofy, probably move it up closer to the top. I can tie my book closed. So that's that's your backbone. And then I know that the ladies on the creative team will be, when they do their books, they'll show you all kinds of ideas, how to decorate the inside of this. I know that what I plan on doing is I'm going to use a lot of the pattern papers. I will probably not cover the whole craft page. I will probably do some tearing. I will probably stick some of these cute file folders in here. You guys in your goodie bags have some adorable little library cards. Those would be cute in here. There's, if you have some of the bag of bags, those little bags will be cute inside of here too. But you have just a ton of space, you guys. So you could work through the kit in this little book. You can use this as a prayer journal. You just have all kinds of space for that. So let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for your patience as I work through this. I haven't, like I said, I haven't done this for a while, so I'm a little rusty, but I love making mini albums. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you have any questions, just send us a note and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you.